seen heroes rise, and they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. Oh, this is your season, time to take a stand. Hey, hero makers, legends spreading across the land. Yeah, it's your roof from Tassie, bouncing like a kid at a Bunning sausage sizzle on a Saturday morn. Season 3's lit, laptop lifestyle, that show Hero Makers. Season is born from AI funnels to social selling grit. Now it's hero making time. Strap in, this is it, yo. I've hopped Tokyo's back streets, cop the LA glow, bringing yarns from the road, mate. Watch the wisdom flow from the kitchen bench, hustle to the big global stage. We're handing you the keys, now it's time to turn the page. Oh, see heroes rise, and they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. Oh, this is your season, time to take a stand. Hero makers, been spreading across the land. I'm the pumped up platypus from Sunny Q, way more bounce than a kid who spotted the ice cream van. You see, two was your dad's mate, bringing boom source seed, helping legends step up, take the driver's seat. We're not just here to yab a raw, spin ya a line. We're handing you the mic so your voice can shine. From Tassie to Tokyo, Goldie to Perth, hero makers worldwide, lifting leaders of worth. Jeff Rue's got the coffee double shot, mate, I'm wide. They platypus at the pool party, still floating our tide. Jeff from barbecues to boardrooms, we bring the yarns and the tools, helping legends lead strong and break all the rules. See heroes rise, and they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. And this is your season, time to take a stand. Hero makers, legends spreading across the land. Grab your brew, your notepad, and your crew. It's the laptop lifestyle dad show. Hero Maker season, bringing heroes out of you. Patty the rule, platypus bringing the tricks. Hero Makers podcast, your daily boom source fix. And they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. Oh, this is your season, time to take a stand. Hey, Hero Makers, legends spreading across the land. Heroes rise, then they rise again. From the front line to leading mates and friends. Oh, this is your season, time to take a stand. Hey, Hero Makers, legends spreading across the land.
Oh,
Nope.
hang on.
No.
I just got caught out. Oh, no.
We're popping out again.
It's one of those songs. You can't help yourself but start bopping along.
Exactly. Seems you like having us on the opposite sides of the screen, so I'll leave you there today.
All right. Let's do this. Here we go.
Got the logos centralized, and see it's all about us.
All right. Yep. Hey, g'day, guys. My name's Jeff Ross. This is Dave Miller. We are your laptop lifestyle dads. I can see Lucia's tuning in. Mark is tuning in. Mark Hobbs. Let us know who else is tuning in live. Give us a 1 in the comments if you're tuning in live, or a 2 if you're watching the replay later on. And also let us know where you're tuning in from the road. Dave, you're still in good old sunny Harvey Bay. Is that right?
That's correct. Still here. Still here tomorrow too. I'm heading off on Saturday back up to sunnier Gladstone.
You've enjoyed your stint there. You've enjoyed your stint there in Harvey Bay.
Yeah, it's been quite good. Probably didn't quite get out as much as I'd like to, but it's been pretty good. Went for a walk along the beach yesterday afternoon, and a bit of a stroll, get out of the house. I just took the little boy I discovered there's a shop up the end of the road, so took him for a walk up the road just before lunch, and I grabbed some milk, and I'll get in trouble for getting him a little chocolate donut, but anyway.
Oh no! Now you've told the world. The world's going to hold you to account on that.
I know, but what to do? Had to bribe him to go. Couldn't get him off my iPad to go up to go up.
Yep. So for those of you who don't know, I'm living down here in Tasmania, Launceston. Dave's up there in sunny Queensland, and we are your laptop lifestyle dads. And so I wanted to just take some time here, Dave, and reminisce with you for a second, reflect.
Well,
cool. I like our conversations when we do our strategy calls, right? We look back, we get present, and we look forward. So, Dave, talking about the journey with FinancePro, I want to hear from your perspective, and then I'll share mine. But you've seen me start this whole journey way back, sort of about 4 or 5 months ago now. and what it's done for us as a partnership and a collaborative project. But, you've also seen me step up into the plate as well. So from your perspective and your vantage point, looking back, how have you seen FinancePro say take an integral part in our story here? Because this is also about story telling, right? So it's leveraging tools like story to be able to connect the heart of the audience and essentially lead people, right? Guide people. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And the best leaders use story to communicate those ideas. So I love to hear from your vantage point, from your side of the story, and then I'll share mine. So we've got a nice robust picture, if you will. And then we'll sort of, talk about where we're going here in this space as well, because it's very exciting what's happening. So I can't share too much. We're not going to give away the secret sauce just yet. No, I have been asked. I was just talking to Josh, actually, Joshua Phelps, the CEO of FinancePro, and I just said to him in our comments, I said, man, I can't wait to share what we're building together in all full detail. I don't think I've ever been more excited about something in my life. And he goes, yeah, I know too. So it's awesome what's going on. I'm going to honor it. I'm going to be a good steward. I'm not going to share, but let's talk about the past. Let's talk about what's got us here. And from your vantage point, Dave, I'd love to hear your side of the story.
Well, I guess when I first came across it with you, I was a bit skeptical, really. But originally, I got in there for the TV part of it, to be honest with it. And obviously, it was an MLM back then. And it was pretty good. I mean, the value was great. It took me a little while to get going because I was kind of weighing up the US dollar thing and blah, 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 and, what it was actually costing me and whether I could do it cheaper. And then I gave in and thought, yep, this is, I need to have a crack at it. And it was good as it turned out. I guess it wasn't, all as it should have been in the beginning there. And then we had Josh stepped in and, came and seemed to have taken over the show and rightfully so, and as a good leader would, and the owner of the business. And I guess from that point onward, everything changed completely from, the way things were, I guess the information was relayed to, eventually now, changing to the affiliate marketing role. But it was funny because it was, and a lot of it, I guess, is probably still based for US clients. But, just with the tenacity from what I've seen from Josh, I don't think it'll be too long before some of those things will be, worldwide as they are heading that way. And then, but then the Finance Pro card was because of what happened with the TV thing, I ditched the TV thing, and then got onto the Finance Pro card, and or the Freedom Pro card, I should say, and that's been a blessing, as we discussed yesterday. So, I think it was initially a bit of a rocky start, I suppose you could say, but one thing I didn't and I still don't really know Josh that well, but I have had more association with him, more recently, and sort of from the outside looking in, he is one of the few people that I've seen will run a business like this, the way that he does it. And from what I can see, he's, he aligns with us because he's a man of faith. He operates from the heart, from what I can see. He's a pretty straight shooter, and he's a straight shooter, and there's no BS, there's no fluff. If he says he's going to do something, he's going to move heaven and earth to be able to do it. And he's not the type of person that's going to say, oh, you can do this and you're going to have $20 million next month and retire, and blah blah blah. It's, he explains it clearly. He wants to help so many people, which is the other amazing thing. So I guess that's it from me.
And starting a business with 8 verticals, six verticals out the gate is not an easy feat for anybody.
No.
Even doing one vertical is a pretty challenging thing, but then going to amplify that and multiply that and enhance that conversation, it takes someone of depth of character.
Yeah.
It takes someone with substance to be able to pull that off, right?
That's right. And it's been great watching your journey as well. It's being the usual, get in there and invite people and give them the opportunity and share that, and then again, as you usually do, grabbing the bull by the horns and stepping up and being a leader in the space because nobody else really would, I guess. And that, I guess, that forced growth in that part of it, and then obviously that's led to where you are now with the business and working for them.
Let's talk about that, right? Because I'm your best evangelist for anything, right? That's just my natural gift, and I'm a brand ambassador. And if I get behind something, I put my name behind it. I'm one of your best evangelists that you'll ever have for any brand product out there. Correct. That's just a natural thing that I have. I can encourage people, I can compel people and empower people to take action and invite them to come join the journey. Like it's something that I've had to grow into, but I am still growing into. But I don't think there's too many out there that are better than me as an evangelist. And I say that from a humble position, not from an ego, arrogant position, because my track record speaks for itself. But it's not about me. It's about leading and by example and breaking that down. Because then I think when the second gift that I can bring to the conversation is that teaching gift, to be able to go figure it out, create the systems, and then come back and teach it and help others to develop them. See, I've said this all along, and I'll continue to say it. I'm not about building businesses. I'm not about building products. I'm about figuring it out how I can build people and help them to, trailblaze and follow the same trail and help them to pioneer it for themselves as well.
Yeah.
And so when I was introduced to, at the time it was the TV product, StreamPro.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that product because I wouldn't be here today without that. As bumpy as that was, going through that transition, the one thing that really come out of that conversation for me was the relationship that I now have with Josh and Brianna. That was formed, if you will, in that fire. I put Josh I put him to the grill. I basically held his face on the grill and said, "What's going on there?" If you want to get metaphorically about it, but what I love about that conversation, reflecting on it now, is the way that two very strong-willed, powerful people came into the room with nothing but love and respect for the field, for making a stand for each other. He stood his ground, I stood my ground. But what came out of the back of that conversation was a mutual brothership and respect, and a deep respect in that space. And I don't think people fight enough for this type of conversation. We're in our microwaved instant gratification society. As soon as it gets too hard, people bail.
Yep.
They move on to the next thing. And I've seen that time and time again. Yep. But when you come into this position, because it's no longer about what you can get from it, it's all about how you can be a good steward and a shepherd for the flock, if you will, for the field, and needs to someone to have some backbone to stand up in that conversation and go, no, this is not right. We're going to fight for this. And when we get into that conversation with what happened with StreamPro, Josh and I've been in this similar situation myself too as a key leader, and I could empathize and I could definitely have grace in this conversation, because what we did in that space to go from that transition to now where we are is not an easy feat.
Oh, no.
And it takes someone with integrity, it takes someone with ownership and accountability and responsibility to lead that path forward, to go from here to here. And essentially, change the tact of the wind. When you're sailing, right? You're in a ship, and the only way that the ship can get from Australia to England, especially when the wind changes, is to change tact, is to change the sail to go where we need to go. And I saw Josh do that really, really well.
Yeah,
so we've gone from StreamPro, we've then gone into changing the product to MyPro TV. And then we've gone into the Atlanta launch. I actually went over to Atlanta to, have that belly to belly conversation with Josh and the team. And so what was forming in that conversation, the respect and the mutual love in that space just got deeper and was really strongly connected in that space, and all the time I've just come up to the team and I've just gone, how can I serve? How can I help? I've never once put my hand out for a paycheck or anything like that in this conversation, because I'm playing the long-term game as well. But I also know that the seeds that are planted today will be harvested down the road tomorrow.
For sure.
So there's some really good leadership principles in that conversation to navigate rough waters. Anybody can lead in a calm when it's great. Yes. Anybody can lead when the things are going well. Anybody can lead when everybody's winning. But very few can step up to the pressure and step up to the plate when the ocean gets rough, when the terrain gets barren and there's hard ground to go say, okay, it's not working here. We need to go find new ground for us to go get a much more richer soil. And so this transition from where we are to where we are now, from where we were to where we are now, from going from just a TV product to now I see products that open up potentially the doors to freedom, not just freedom in financial, but freedom in mindset, freedom in purpose, freedom in relationships, freedom in community. Just about any aspect of freedom that you can think of. That's what I see FinancePro represents. And there's also the spiritual faith-filled conversation as part of that too. And if you just knew what we're doing in behind the scenes here at the moment, with the partnerships that we're making, I can't wait to share that with you all. It's just absolutely fine with what's happening. And but I want to come back to the rewards, right? This is faith plus action equals the miracle result. Right. So it took something in me to be able to say, right, I'm going to stand, I'm going to lock arms. I'm not going to run and fade from the pressure. I'm actually going to lean in here when the going gets tough, the tough get going conversation. And I'm going to say, right, how, because what I saw is that, I've been in part of, top global recruiters. I've talked to a lot of CEOs in MLM companies, and, I'm even friends with quite a few of them in the industry, and I've struck up quite a few different relationships. What I saw in Josh and Brianna and the team was not just something that was visionary, not just something that I knew that had the depth of character to weather any storm that's thrown at us, but I saw someone of substance. And I saw someone who was on, you could just see it was almost the best way I can describe it. It was an anointing of God on his life.
Yeah, he was definitely a special young individual from what I can see.
I can't get over how he's younger than me. And sometimes I forget that fact with the wisdom that he has.
Yeah, exactly. And when I seen him, speaking on our last event for the LA Tribune that he was on, I was actually blown away, and that on top of the other things that I've heard from you, etc., is what certainly gave me a different opinion of the man. That's for sure. I've gone from having him sort of down here to up here somewhere, because like you said, it takes a lot of integrity to do what he's done. And trust me, that's not coming lightly from me.
No.
I'm somebody that can quite easily just go, yep.
Yeah, well, you're someone who also, that's what I love about you, Dave, is you call a spade a spade. There is no BS.
So from what I've seen from him and all the rest of it, it's just I think. Yeah, I can't wait till we can share the fun stuff that's coming. But in the meantime, it's just been I guess it's been an amazing sort of a journey through it. To see what he's actually done and how he's gone about it.
Yeah,
and how he's stood up.
And please hear me for our audience too. Like, if you're watching this later, I'm not just singing Josh praises for the sake of singing praises. No. This is a truly deep admiration, if you will. And respect in that space that the bond has been formed. I would never have put my hand up and said yes to being VP of Field Development and Growth for FinancePro if I didn't believe that, the leadership was there, needed to be what we need to do. Honestly, I've been searching for someone like this in this conversation now, this type of company, this type of leader, that I can say plant my flag and go build with, because, either that or I go do it myself. But the thing that's, holding me back was always resources. And so I know I've got the backbone and the posture to go do something myself, but why go do it yourself when you can find people who are cut from the same cloth? And you can really just go, okay, how can I help your vision be built? Because your vision aligns with my vision. And it's about purpose, it's about impact, and it's about legacy. It's about service. And I said the same thing with Michael Silvers and Los Angeles Tribune. And look what's happened with that partnership and collaboration. And, the beautiful thing here is with all the pieces on the chessboard at the moment, it's like I can start to see like what was laid on my heart around about 3-4 years ago was I knew that I had to go into serious build mode, and I had to build some separate sections together. But I always knew that the things that I build will come together one day.
Yeah.
And I'm actually getting quite emotional.
All under one big umbrella. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. It's
right. And I'm actually getting quite emotional right now because the things that we've done together, Dave, it's happening. It's now like what's happening next week is going to be pretty much the culmination milestone of this almost this God divine blueprint download that was given to me 3 years ago to be able to get to this point now. Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I've been a part of it for probably the last couple of years, give or take a little bit now, and to know sort of what's gone on in the background and what goes on in the foreground and everything in between. It's been just an amazing journey, and like you said, to see all. I don't have the full chessboard in front of me, but I do have enough of the chess pieces and the game in front of me to see what's going on. And it's pinch every morning when I get up and just go, wow,
just when you think God can't level up the conversation anymore, he goes, you haven't seen nothing yet, boy. And it's
pretty much.
It's like, that passage in the Bible, it's very badly paraphrased right this second, but it says something along the lines of, what you pray for, God will give you way more than you could ever imagine, and some more than that. And essentially, like, even when I think I've got my head around it, and I can, still pinch myself and go, hang on, how is Jeff Ross from Tasmania, in this room with these really amazing legacy Titan people, and and God's used me as the main instrument to help pull this together, and it's like, wow, God, wow. This year it has to be, if I had to sum up this word for 1 year for the word, it'd have to be just wow. Look at your majesty, God. Look at your divine majesty, Lord. Like, how can you just when you start to wrap your head around it and you start to become part of your new normal, God says, "No, I got more for you, boy." And it's just wow.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that every morning. I get up and go. I usually sit up and have a coffee and then have do a little bit of praying and reflection and stuff like that, and basically go, yes, all right, I want you to help guide me through what the plans are for today and blah blah blah, and just give me the strength to get through. And then all of a sudden I'll jump on a call, one of our calls, and there's just more comes and more comes and more comes, and then I have to get up the next morning and say, God, I need you to help me some more now. What are you doing to me?
I know, right? And then, but here's the thing: is the funny thing, brother, is all the shit of life still happens on in the background.
Yeah, right? That's right. Exactly. Exactly. Like I've got my 4-year-old in there.
It's the full, robust picture of God's wicked sense of humor sometimes, I reckon. But when you focus on the cross, when you focus on love, when you focus on things of God and His will, this is such a fun ride, Dave.
That is. It's
And
been awesome, and it's only getting better and better every day.
I feel like we're building the rocket ship, right? And we've got the rocket ship built or almost built, and the rocket ship's now getting the internal parts built in, and it's getting fueled up, and we're almost like at that point where it's T minus 60 seconds, and I feel like what's about to happen in the next 30, 60 days is we're about to take this rocket ship up to the moon, and
it
mate,
might not stop at the moon. It might keep going to Mars and beyond.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I think we're pretty. So, as I said, guys, this was story time with Dave and Jeff, and I just wanted to, bring in, some sort of context and a bit of history. So, like, if you're new to this conversation with regards to FinancePro, we're not just building an affiliate marketing company. We're not just building, some really awesome products and a sales team and all that sort of thing. Like, this is the elements and the building blocks of what movements are made. I've actually said to Josh the other day, and I kid you not, I feel like this is a church plant in itself.
Yeah.
This is a missionary, godly activity in this space. And what we're doing here to transform the narrative, of the division that we see, first and foremost, to bring together all walks of forms of life together in a common goal, which is to build lives of joy, peace, and abundance and freedom in that space, right? Like to give our lives to Jesus, Christ, and to die to ourselves and be born again and have eternal life. That's a freedom type conversation. And to bring in, the resources and to learn how to be a good steward of those resources so we don't ever have to stress about money ever again. That's a freedom type conversation. But it's not about treating God like a genie. I want to be very clear on that. It's about, faith plus action equals the miracle result. A lot of people just pray and they think that all they've got to do is just pray and that's it. Like, essentially I equate that to almost like manifestation. Manifestation without the right tools is a very dangerous thing. But with manifestation and affirmations, they're not bad things. They're just used in the wrong way. And when you can really align and coming to that intersection, which essentially the cross, right, is where your alignment and your assignment meet together. That's that sweet spot intersection. This is what passionate obsession and addiction looks like.
Yes.
And Dave, you're just a very instrumental key part there, helping to support me and everything that we're doing, not just with FinancePro, but what we're doing with the HeroMakers community and the Los Angeles Tribune and the Laptop Lifestyle Dads. Like, we're building an empire together, mate. And
we are.
I couldn't think of a better right-hand man right now to support me in this space, to support us in this space, and I'm very, very grateful for you.
Well, thank you, and I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity. It's a blessing. 6 months ago, I would have never dreamed of it, let alone living it every day. And yes, I would like to reflect on our father's great sense of humor sometimes. You've just got to shake your head.
No, right? It's hilarious.
Really, why? Right. What lesson do you want me to learn now?
I'm going to shift the conversation here for a second, Dave, and I'm going to basically share our screen here now. And my friend Josh put together this video yesterday, and it's basically a 15-minute snapshot of our new compensation plan for FinancePro. So Josh is he's put this together. It's probably one of the best things I've seen in this moment. And so this is going to give you an understanding from the logistics and mechanical viewpoint of how you can plug into what we have to offer. Now, what Josh shows is there are only really two products of our product suite, and that's the wireless product and the Freedom Pro product. But the idea here is you come and join our community as a free affiliate to start with. You get into it, you upgrade to a pro affiliate for just $50 a month, then you choose your product that you want to go build a business around. And when it comes to personal branding and helping you to find your voice and learning how to go create an online marketing platform, Dave, we're some of the best in the business in this game. So this is where, once again, our alignment and our assignment get to meet together. FinancePro is, where we've planted our flag. And so we're in the trenches and we're building this business together. But everything we do too with what we do with the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community is agnostic. We're not here to say you need to be with Finance Pro, but at the same time, why not? It's just what we're building together here from the ground up, and to be the part of that story, to be a part of that mission. My hope is that you get to capture this vision and this mission as we start to unfold and unpack this. And all I can say for right now, with what's coming down the pipeline next week or the week after when we launch it, is you want to be a part of this conversation. I'll leave you with one clue. Everybody gets into the affiliate marketing, the network marketing, the direct sales space, the make money space. They get in because of the product and because of the opportunity and what is possible. Most people, they either fall off the bandwagon or they stay stuck because of this thing is not in alignment. It's not in alignment with their heart, and it's not in alignment with their hands. So the thing that we're about to bring to the marketplace, let's just say, I'm not going to give anyway too much more than that, but it's going to be a solution to that one of those major problems.
Oh yes.
I'm going to leave it there before I give away too much more.
Yes, so I'm gonna have to fly down to Tasmania and put tape over your mouth soon.
All right, let's listen to my friend Joshua Feltz here from Finance Pro, and let's unpack this awesome compensation plan.
Everyone, welcome out to this Finance Pro opportunity call. I'm excited to show you how you have the opportunity right now to join the pro movement and truly step into that next phase of life, which is beginning to live life like a pro. If there's one thing that I know, and put a $sign in the chat box if you know this to be true, pros get paid. And I'm so excited about what we're doing here at Finance Pro, creating the opportunity of a lifetime for anybody to come be a part of this pro movement, the Finance Pro community and company, and being able to build substantial and powerful residual income from anywhere in the world through multiple different solutions, from business to business solutions, as well as business and consumer solutions, which I'm going to show you how right now you have the ability to get started with us absolutely free. When it comes to our Finance Pro affiliate compensation plan, we have created a plan, I believe, like no other, where we have some of the most powerful solutions. I'm going to be introducing you to a couple of those here tonight and sharing more about what we offer as a company. You have the ability to get involved and build income by simply helping people with things that they are already doing, already participating in, but unfortunately, hardly any of us have been making money in these verticals. What I love about this is from the very start, you have the ability to get access to this community 100% free. So there's two paths that you can take as an affiliate. You can start for free and you can begin to make money. You don't pay anything, and you have the ability to begin to make something and build residual income. And you have the ability to share some of the solutions that we have in our company. Now we have the second step, which is called going pro. You can start for free, you can make money, or if you want to have the ability to make the most money, to get access to all of the solutions that we have in order to resell them, as well as we include within our pro affiliate for $49.95 a month, we include health benefits. You get a Pro RX card, which includes over 800 free medications shipped directly to your door. This is for everybody in the US, as well as you get access to our Pro Savings Club, which is savings on travel, dining, shopping, entertainment. If you're going to theme parks, it is amazing what we do and that we give you for being a part of this. We're giving you the ability to build a business for $50 a month that unlocks everything that we have here. And I want to show you some of the biggest and most powerful solutions that you can offer people. One of the biggest ones, every single one of us has a cell phone, right? Pro Wireless is next level on every level. This is giving people here in the US access to a tier 1 network, no contracts, no credit checks. If you can think of the best phone carriers out there, we have the same service, but for a much better price. We have two different packages, Pro and Ultimate Pro. Unlimited talk, text, and 10 gigabytes of high-speed data. One line, $50. Two lines, $75. Four lines, $100. Our Ultimate Pro, which includes unlimited talk, text, and 50 gigabytes of data. Look at this price here. $65 for one line, 2 lines is $100, and 4 lines is $147.95. Now, on top of that, you can make money referring people from anywhere around the US with Pro Wireless. Also, Freedom Pro. Anybody that knows about cryptocurrency, Freedom Pro is a game changer where wealth moves without limits. This is marrying the world of cryptocurrency and fiat banking. This is game changing. So anybody that dabbles in crypto, whether you're an avid crypto enthusiast or you're someone that's never touched it, this is going to give you the ability to seamlessly transfer cryptocurrency to cash, and you can use our Freedom Pro card anywhere that accepts Visa or MasterCard. It converts your crypto to cash, and now you can spend it without limits. This is true luxury banking on every level. You can also send money peer-to-peer within our community. But let me jump into this affiliate compensation model. I want you to be able to see just some of the value that's sitting on the table. And then at this point, the income opportunity that is here by offering our pro solutions, whether that's individuals and family members, or you'll see that we also have our B2B solutions for business owners all across America. Now, what's special about this is you have the ability for free to offer Pro Wireless, Pro Wi-Fi, which is internet, Freedom Pro, which I just showed you, My Pro TV, which is our streaming licensed cable platform, as well as Pro Trade Club. Now, what's special about this, and I want you to see, is from day one, if you refer someone, every person you directly refer, whether you're free or you're a pro, you're going to get paid. This is a commission that you get paid up front, and then a reoccurring residual that you get paid month after month for the lifetime of any of these clients. How many of you agree that for the rest of our lifetime, we're probably going to be paying a wireless bill for internet, TV? These solutions are things that people are already paying for. As a free affiliate, you have the ability to earn on 2 levels. But when you look at the pro affiliate earnings, you double your income immediately. Now, this is huge. From all the same solutions, $49.95 a month, you double your income, you get access to more value, you get access to more benefits, and now you have the ability to build the biggest business. Now, one of the other things that we include here is our next level bonus. When you refer 10 personal customers, that could be 5 wireless customers and 5 Freedom Pro customers. That could be broken down anywhere in between the 7 different verticals and solutions that we have. Now, on your 3rd level, you're going to earn $2.50 per customer once you have activated and gotten 10 personal customers in the company. This is very simple to understand. You make a sale, you get paid. Someone you bring in makes a sale, you get paid. And then if you have 10 people, if then that person you brought in that brought in someone, now you're getting paid. 3 levels. This is not just a bonus one time. Every month on even your 3rd level, as long as you have 10 active customers, you don't have to get 10 new ones every month. As long as you have 10 active customers, you're getting paid on all your directs. You're then 2nd level and 3rd level every single month. And some of our offers, it's global. With Freedom Pro, that's in 164 countries. So you have the ability to build a business here in the US that's massive, but also all across the globe. Now, on top of that, we have our Pro Payment Solutions, which is eliminating business owners' credit card processing fees, as well as we have our Wellness Solution. With our Wellness Solution, we're able to offer a free healthcare program to business owners that have W-2 employees and at least 10 or more W-2 full-time employees. We're able to give them a plan that is game-changing. Telehealth, telemed, telecounseling, weight management, you name it, free medications. It is free to the employee, and it covers them, their spouse, and up to 5 dependents. It is a net profit gain to the business owner, and then we get paid every single life that's on the books. Imagine being able to put money in the pockets of business owners, then you get rewarded. From our B2C, which is business to consumer, wireless, wellness, streaming, internet, to now offering business owner solutions, we have changed the game. In all of our B2B solutions, we're simply putting money in the pockets of business owners, and then we get paid. There is no upfront cost for them to be involved. So with Pro Payments, you get paid residually every single month. You get paid upfront off of every single deal, as well as once you have 25 deals, your portfolio is qualified and down the road, you can sell it for 25 times whatever the monthly residual is, as well as the monthly bonuses. Okay. Anytime you bring in someone that becomes a pro affiliate, if they refer 2 customers, you make a $25 one-time bonus. Now, this is something that is really cool. The pro wireless bonus. When you refer 10 pro wireless customers, we will pay for an additional wireless line for you. Now you can have a business phone. This business is making you money, and now we're paying for your phone line. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you agree that saving money and getting tier 1 network, no contracts is amazing. But give me a 111 if you agree that us paying for it is even more amazing. With My Pro TV, if you refer 10 customers, we'll pay for your Netflix or Paramount subscription. It's your choice. This is game changing. This is just additional value that we offer for being a part of the community. And as you build your income, we have different promotion levels that we recognize you at. When you're making $250 or more of residual income, you're then celebrated as a Pro 250. And as you hit these different promotion levels, it unlocks bonuses that are game changing. I mean, absolutely game changing, from free tickets to our conferences, from free merchandise up to a $125 merch card, digital recognition, 5-star dinners, 5-star spa days, a $500 success fund set up for you with access to our financial advisors, generational wealth plan, where you have the ability to build this business. Once you're making $1,000 or more a month in income, you have the ability to select the heir of this business, which now makes this willable. So you're building something, and verticals and solutions we're all participating in already. You're just now putting yourself in the line of profit, but now you're building a business that can be passed on to your family for generations to come. All right. And it continues to get better from there. From NASCAR events, once you're making $10,000 a month or more in income, we actually have a master affiliate pool that we take $1 per customer worldwide, and everybody making $10,000 a month or more shares in the total success of the company. This is game changing. Supercar driving experiences, wellness retreats, $5,000 designer shopping spree, and then it just gets better from there. Our FinancePro Rolex, a 5-star luxury yacht vacation, our generational wealth builder bonus that we give a $100,000 cash investment. And then ultimately, when you hit the very top of this compensation model, where you're making $1 million a month or more, we're going to buy you up to $200,000 your dream car, or put $200,000 towards your dream house. All right. This is a business that is set up in your favor. We make no guarantees of income. If you do not share this with other people when it comes to customers, you won't make money. But if you do, the same way that you can make money with Amazon, the same way that you can make money with Nike, the same way you can make money with Walmart, all of these mega companies now have referral affiliate plans. We have created the same. We believe that rather than the money just being in the hands of these massive, mega, big corporations, what if we could put ourselves in that place? What if instead of just paying a cell phone bill for the rest of our life, every time we pay the bill, we've now set up to be able to make income off of that, from your internet, from your wireless, from your TV, from your healthcare. It is amazing what we have built here. So I want to encourage you, whoever invited you to this call right now, I want you to go ahead and get back with them and say, send me your referral link. We have created the most simple, the most practical, and I believe one of the most profitable companies for the masses, not for the company, but for the masses, where anybody can win. Whether you have experience in sales or not, everybody has a cell phone. Everybody's paying for internet. Everybody needs healthcare, and we have the best solutions. All we're doing is going from just being the spenders that get access to service and entertainment to now being on the side of profit. Okay, so get back to whoever invited you to this call. Go ahead and join the Pro movement today, and we're excited to help you engage in a upgraded life, which is living like a pro. Welcome to the Finance Pro family. We'll see you on the inside. Get back to who invited you to this call, and again, welcome to the best decision you ever made, living life like a pro. We'll see you on the inside.
Wow, Dave.
Awesome source. And I guess one of the first things I want to comment on there, from seeing that, even though you didn't ask me to, is, and it's another reason why, my, I guess, affinity or willing to, vouch for Josh, I guess, is he could have quite easily got somebody else to go through that, do that, but who did it? The person that owns it, the person that runs the ship. He actually spent the time to go through that and do that video, and he could have even got AI to do it. So
yeah, right. And I've done several videos like myself, and I will do several videos more like that too. But
yes.
That's another thing I will give Josh credit to is he's not scared to get his hands dirty and get in the trenches.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's something that I like about him.
I'm not going to name companies here in a second because I'm not here about creating slanderous comments.
Oh no.
But I have been a part of the top echelon, with some of the corporate teams of different companies before, and I've never seen a CEO get his hands dirty like Josh does and gets into the trenches like Josh does, gets in the ground level like he does, and it's just another thing to say, right? If you're going to lead people, you're going to be a leader of men. I remember when I was, working on horse studs, and I was a yearling manager. My job was to manage a team of 50, other backpackers and workers and all that sort of thing from around the world. And we had, 160 horses to look after. Yep. And so looking after 160 weanlings and yearlings, prepping them for the sales, that's a pretty intense job to do. And there are no breaks. It's a 365 day a year job. So to learn how to lead a team like that, you have to be willing to get in and pick up the shit. Exactly. And you can't ask people to pick up shit if you're not willing to get in and pick up shit too.
That's right. It's one thing I learned a long time ago as well. Didn't when I was, project manager, etc., and various other management things that I've done. I've never asked anybody to do anything that I haven't done or wouldn't do. So.
Right, but also he's got the testament and the character there to go and lead from the top as well, or from the front where he needs to as well. And I feel like I'm cut from the same cloth. I know I am, and that's why I really connect and gel well with Josh. And it's like there is no ego in this conversation. No. Everybody's got a job to do. Everybody's clear on their lanes that they stay in and play. And it is finding the right seat on the right bus at the right time conversation. And just like what Brianna's put together for the corporate team in just this last month, like there's 10 of us that have been brought here. And some of the inside conversations that we've had are just absolutely like high level brilliance. And it's just amazing. And so I'm really looking forward to next week. So next week I'm actually jumping on a jet plane and I'm flying over to Los Angeles for a week. This was never planned. It only happened last week. So Jeff, you want to come to LA and spend a week with us? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Nothing better to do.
So it actually works out really, really well because I was meant to be doing virtual for the Barnes and Nobles event with you, but now I'm actually going to be on the ground and Dave's going to step into that gap. And I'm actually going to be there in person again in Los Angeles, Barnes and Noble event with Michael Silvers and the LA Tribune community. And guess what? I get to bring my new friends from FinancePro along too and do an awesome introduction. So we'll see what happens there. There could be pretty something exciting that's going to happen in that conversation.
I would expect so. Yeah, plenty of great minds in the same room.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Something's going to happen.
I'm sure. And then we've already got that was already planned. So I go over to LA for a week next week. So on the 13th, I get back on around about the 21st. And then then Sarah and I are off on a jet plane again in middle of November. heading back to LA for a week, and then we get in the car and we drive across country to Miami, and I'm going to get to spend another week with Josh and the team in Miami and the leadership and the corporate team there, and it's just going to be another amazing time. And Dave, I'm starting to think I either need to go make enough money to buy my own private jet, or might have to pack the family up and move to the US. I don't know.
Good luck with that. Just make sure you remember while you're driving that they're on the opposite side of the road over there, hey?
I have driven in America before. It's a weird experience for the first 2 hours. But yeah. What's going to be interesting, though, because the time I did drive in America last time, back in 2015, I was in Colorado and I was pretty much out rural, right? So there wasn't that much traffic. It was pretty easy to drive and get used to it. This time, I'm hiring a car from the LAX airport and driving straight into Los Angeles traffic. It's going to be fun.
Nothing like just throwing yourself straight in there. Good work, brother.
Oh, dear. I'm going to have to say to Sarah, Sarah, I want you to take a sleeping pill. I want you to put the blindfold on, and I want you to put some tape over your mouth and just shut up and let me concentrate and drive.
Well, it was actually funny when my wife first came here, because she's came over from the UAE, and they drive the same as the Americans. And I was actually surprised she really picked it up rather quickly. But most of her driving initially was up and down the highway, and that's what she said. She didn't want to drive in town until she got used to the flow of things.
Yeah.
But the biggest blowout for her was how narrow our roads are, and the fact that trucks were on the same road. Because over in the UAE, the trucks got their own lanes. Yeah, exactly. She goes, what's this? Or all those big, car carriers overtaking you when you're already doing 100 kilometers an hour. She goes, what? Where did that come from?
Pretty cool.
So, yes.
So Dave, with everything you just saw with FinancePro there, with that compensation plan, what's got you most excited about with what we've got going here? And if you had to say for someone to join FinancePro, why would you recommend they join? Why FinancePro?
Oh, there you go. Throw me on the bus again. Well, what I was actually blown out about was the actual compensation plan, because I did know a little bit about the first two levels there, but I didn't realize the deeper you go, the further you go, obviously all those added bonuses, but you got to and the actual real opportunity to make a business if if that's really what you want to do, if you want to get into an affiliate marketing exercise, instead of selling multiple products, cheap products, and getting $50 a sale, or $20 a sale, or whatever, from all these different things, selling a book here and a course there and something else. I mean, you can really focus with this and actually build a complete business, and that's probably one of the things that really stood out to me. And I thought, yep, I need to pull my finger out my behind and start talking to people, because and the products themselves, I mean, like, I guess a lot of it's in the US, but I haven't had a look. I think I've seen you the MyPro TV is available here, I believe, is it? As well as
so Freedom Pro, MyPro TV, and there's also a trading app there, that's available global outside of US.
Yeah.
There's the products that we've got coming down the pipeline too. They're available outside the US too, and
even if you got plenty of friends in America, you can help them. And the thing is the products, obviously knowing about the Freedom Pro card, but having a look at some of the products that just came through there, they're actually really products that can help people.
Right?
Especially that healthcare thing.
Right. So we're not going to convince people to manipulate them or educate them or get them to spend something else that they're not already doing. We're only saying to people, hey, you've already got a phone. Why not turn it into an income producing activity versus an outgoing one? And save some money and earn some money. Like, that's a no-brainer conversation. And Dave, with our community that we've built with the LLD and the HeroMakers, 65% of our community is American. So we do have a lot of American friends that we can help and bless in that space and serve in that space. And the products that aren't available here for us Aussies yet, that is very much a yet conversation, and they will be available. And we get to be part of those early adopters and pioneering force to be one of the first to the marketplace to be able to help make that happen. I remember one of my mentors, Grant Mullen, when I very much first started this stuff, one of the things that he said to me back then was there's two things in business you want to be doing. If you can do two things and do them both, you'll win every time. You either want to be the first to the marketplace or you want to be the best on the marketplace. If you can be both, nobody can compete with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, like I said,
mate,
I think just the products themselves are brilliant. So, even though, the healthcare and that doesn't benefit me, but I know from talking to a lot of Americans and, how difficult it is to get healthcare and stuff over there and how expensive it is. They've not only got the opportunity for, individuals and families, but the business side of that as well. You can take it to, B2B as well. So, that's a great product for people in America. And, I'm assuming that one day it'll probably be more of a global situation with that as well. And I'm looking forward to
that'll be sooner
wireless.
rather than later. That'll be sooner rather than later than a lot of people think too. So,
And
man,
wireless is
all right.
going to be great.
Yeah, well, I already know that that's on the books to get that sorted. So, yeah.
Yes, even I know that one.
Well, I can't share too much. Got to keep some of the.
No, I know. Yes, but sometimes the little person sitting in the in the corner over here pays attention.
All right, guys. Well, that's all we have for today's call. I know this one's gone a bit longer than normal, but as you can see, this is something to get excited about. And
I'm excited.
This is just a piece of the empire that we're building together. But this is going to be one of those fundamental foundations. The legs on the chair, and this is going to be the biggest thing that we've ever built. And you can either sit there and watch from the sidelines and go, why didn't I join Dave and Jeff sooner? Or you can come join us now, lock arms with us now, get positioned with us now, be part of the early adopters team now, and lock in. Let's go. Look, it's free to get started. If you need to come suss us out, if you need to go put us through the paces, if you need to come check us out and all that sort of thing, well, then come check us out. It's free to get started. What have you got to lose? And if you're open to exploring that conversation with us, put a hashtag yes me Jeff, let's go, and I'll send you through our enrollment link. You can come join either me or Dave, and we'll build this together, and let's lock arms, let's go run. So
what do they say? Run with the runners.
Run with the runners. It's time to go pro time. And yes, g'day Janice, good to see you on the call. And it's very, very exciting time to be a part of the Finance Pro family. So it's time to go pro. Let's do it.
Go pro. LLD, go pro. Sounds like a video camera.
Yeah. Well, you could also bring the Eric Worre conversation in there from Go Pro. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.